Oh, yeah, I saw that comment, bro. As soon as he lifted that foot.
Listen, she ain't mayonnaise like that.
You don't even have to say too much. I already know, bro. Hey, check out our Patreon in the link below. You'll have access to uncut and upcoming reactions, skits, behind-the-scenes footage, and so much more. Your support goes a long way to helping us with more reactions and original content. Also, thanks for subbing. Set the bell for notifications. Your boy YaBoyRockLee. Hey, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so. ReZero reaction starting now. Anyways, quick recap on ReZero. You can see we're in better spirits now. So, long story short, is they're on some type of trial. All right, let me backtrack this, because I went too far ahead. So Roswell has been held up in Sanctuary since the attack on the mansion. Yep. They went a different direction.
Yep.
Sanctuary was supposed to sound like a nice place.
It sounds like a nice, the Sanctuary feels safe. It feels secure, it feels warm.
But it's not.
Nope.
But it's like, I mean, we're still gonna get some more explanation. This is Sanctuary for like these anyone that has like mixed blood.
Yeah, demi-humans.
They can't leave. That's what it is. They can't leave.
Demi-humans can't leave
until someone passes this trial, which is what we're about to experience right now. Amelia went in to execute the trial.
Yep.
And immediately something bad happened, and then Subaru. Goes
Captain Save us, Subaru.
Yeah. We'll keep respect on Amelia's name, but yeah. He went rushing in to go save her. Here's the thing. Up until now, this is the key moment, and we learned this from season 1, but it took us a long time to realize it. So, just like when Subaru first encountered his RBD, Return by Death, right? He thought it was like a dream.
Yes.
Okay? So he's like, what the heck? He would wake up like back in the market or something.
Yes.
So he met the Witch of Greed, and he, up until now, from what I'm gathering, doesn't realize that that actually happened. Roswell.
Oh, you think he doesn't think it actually happened?
I don't think he realizes it actually happened.
Oh my God, you might be right. Because he does that, you're so right. Because like until you mentioned that last time.
I'm like, you didn't know?
No, I never caught that he doesn't really believe that actually happened. I just sometimes thought he just completely misses what happened. I'm like, Subaru, what do you think?
Like a dream
he thinks it's a dream. He doesn't think it's actually happening. That explains so much.
Well, remember, that's exactly how he processed the RBD thing. Now he knows that happens, and now with this, because here's the other thing. Remember, with the Witch of Greed, when he went into that place, remember, his physical body never left.
Never left.
It's just whatever, okay? So it's like he only went there in his mind, but it's magic. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's like it's reasonable to feel like, was that just a dream?
It is.
He hasn't talked about it with anybody.
No.
Nothing. Wait, no. I think that was his contract, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Can he even talk about it? So there's two things. It's like he can't talk about it, and even if he could talk about it, like, does he fully understand that happened?
So now this is his second contract with the Witch, where he's not allowed to talk about something. Think about that. Ooh, right? I just made that same face not even 10 seconds ago. I was like, wait a minute. He made a contract with the Witch. That's the second contract he made with the Witch. Now, question is, how did he make the first one?
That's why my mind went wondering, because I forgot that he woke up in his house in this whatever state.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, all it could have taken was he had a, no, it showed when he was leaving the supermarket in the first episode.
Yeah.
What could he have said or gone through? And then it's like, I can give you this or whatever. We don't know. But contracts require, like with that Witch of Greed, if you really start putting it together, it required a conversation, okay? Shook hands or something, like.
Whatever he did.
Yeah. And
no, that's when we got the wrong scene. That's when he went to shake hands with Krushan and he like tapped her hand. That's different. But
this witch, he had to make the agreement. She licked her hands.
Oh, that was seductive.
And then she just touched his head. Yes. Yeah, I did mix up scenes. But yeah. More mind-blowing stuff. You know what's funny? Like, we're watching the same show, okay? And then we start talking about it, and it's like, both of us are like, dude, how did you not know that? And you're like, how did you not know that? Like, didn't we just watch it?
Yeah, that's why you need perspectives, man. Everybody hears. Everybody hears and sees something different. Everybody hears and sees something different.
100%, man. All right. Anyways, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so. Hit the bell for notifications. Give us a thumbs up. Full reaction will be on Patreon. This is DirectoryNasty. Look for his links below in the description because he also has his own YouTube channel as well. Let's jump into the reaction now.
Yo, he put him in an armbar, bro.
Did you see his dad's abs?
Yo, his dad is jacked, bro.
Yes.
Oh! Figure four! Okay. Oh, he reversed the figure four, bro. This is wild. They're actually doing real moves. Says mom or sister? I told you, he comes from a well-adjusted family, bro. Well-adjusted.
The fact that his dad is in good shape and Subaru's also in good shape, how he fought back dad.
Yeah.
Remember in the, like episode 3 or 4 against the bullies?
Oh,
that was when he
true.
mentioned like I'm in good shape in a way, so it's all making sense. Look at his dad's chest, bro.
Yo, percolating, bro. Making me want to sit up. Why'd they make peas for breakfast? Tiny round foods.
Yo, Subaru acts like his dad, bro. Think about it.
Yo, he kind of does. I do like rice pilaf. This is funny. They're like, yo, nobody likes peas. Let's put in something.
Right now, Subaru's seeming cooler than his dad. Oh, hold up. Okay.
Oh.
He's not there.
He's not going to school.
What?
It happened right when he said he's not going to go to school. His dad's like, let's race to school. He's like, I'm not going to school. I'm sleeping until noon.
Look at them thighs. Sorry. He knows. He said, wait a second. He said that normally calms it down.
This man moonwalked into the room, bro.
Now his dad, he did.
Forgot you're a teenager. Bro, his wall is not my girls with white hair.
I'm saying, that's why he's obsessed with Amelia.
This is so odd. This is extremely weird. So, he acts like his dad.
The thing that's weird is he is grabbing his heart like he still knows about RBD, but whatever. I think that says enough for everyone to figure out what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Also, notice how hazy this is?
Yeah. I thought it was just because it's so beautiful outside.
No, I think it's supposed to represent like a dreamy state to me.
See, he's supposed to go to school. Every time somebody mentions, aren't you supposed to be somewhere?
I think school is figurative, but yeah. And I wonder.
Maybe it's him being slothful.
You and that slothful thing. I don't think he has a full grasp on where he is or what's going on.
I don't have a full grasp either, so. What the heck?
The details in their whatever they talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, his dad reminds me of Guy Sensei.
Yeah, a little bit.
This is gonna be the revelation, if he remembers or not. I figure it out. Like how you talked about the school, something is trying to assist him in his test. Isn't the girl you're like, go to school? I think he should go to school. That hair is telling me the witch of... Oh, Amelia.
What is happening?
He doesn't remember. Amelia is trying to help him, probably. A lot of music. I think he just remembered.
Yeah, I like. Oh no!
He saw it off first and then slowly started drifting into obscurity.
Oh, and then it turned into the clown. Oh no. Oh no.
Pointless crowds of fun.
You notice there's less and less of them?
I didn't notice that. You did though. I was following what he was saying. You're definitely his kid. Now I'm starting to wonder what that means and if that's supposed to be a good or a bad thing.
It's what he used to hear, now he doesn't hear it anymore.
Look at him. He's never had any friends in his later part of being a teenager. That's why he didn't want to go to school. This dude isn't. I understand what he's going through, but he's having a problem even though he has these two awesome parents. Because he's like, he can't live up to the expectation that they set for him, but they're not intentionally trying to put him through that.
Yeah.
Now he's thinking of friend. Oh! Oh! Yeah, I saw that coming, bro. As soon as he lifted that foot. His father is great. I think that's established.
Yeah.
He has to live up to something that he couldn't do. Perfect parents.
So I'm just too big a part of your life.
I'm laughing at the dad because the dad is like, what's going on? The dad is trying so hard to help him and this is not working right now. Or maybe it is. We'll see. If I never see you again? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Because he's in a different world. They both are going home? Different ways?
Yep.
So this is very symbolic. The pose!
He's walking his own path.
That's what the symbolism was.
Yeah, I just waiting for the right time to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They said they tried Western food, but they do it wrong. Listen, she eat mayonnaise like that.
You don't even have to say too much. I already know, bro.
That's right. I forgot. The reason this is important. In Japanese culture, the worst thing you could be is a shut-in. Like, literally. Like, worse than a gangster is a shut-in that does absolutely nothing.
The Japanese culture is a hard-working society.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
He's saying them. My man wants both. I don't know about the mom right now. Half of you is me after. See, I thought when dad said half of you, I don't know, man, there's a lot of ways to read this.
I feel like this arc, or this episode, is basically his parents giving him validation that every kid just wants. Most kids never get because parents suck.
But I feel like he's probably got validation his whole life and just wasn't seeing it.
Yeah, that's possible too.
He needed to validate like himself in a way.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, without a doubt.
To me, this is an example of a kid who has everything, quote unquote, but still doesn't have everything. They just feel empty.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like that.
Yeah.
Yo, everything is telling me that this dude is
I think he knows he's in some dream state.
Yeah, he knows. I think he forgot temporarily and he's back. I'm over here looking at mom and see what's going to be good, but whatever.
Yeah, mom doesn't have much. I know we would have said something already.
That's the confusing part. I'm not really actually confused. It's just that he formed some type of void that didn't need to be there. Like he has to do something for his parents or other people, and he didn't. But it's because they kept saying you're his child.
Yes, you caught up. Yep.
Something as small as that phrase over and over again got to him.
Yeah.
And it started from a young age when he was excelling because he was first place.
And then he wasn't excelling anymore. And then starts a slippery slope.
Here we go. That was the last time he really saw his mom. And he didn't say anything back. Dang. He probably hasn't really been treating his parents good. Not really good, you know, like...
He hasn't been talking to them, interacting with them. He's a shut-in. He don't leave his room.
That door is symbolic. There you are. Oh! Confront your past. That was what it was.
Wild.
Nah, I was expecting her.
Wild.
I was expecting Amelia. Here's the thing. We don't know which witch that is right now.
Yeah, we do. That's the witch agreed. That's her.
You don't think that'd be the Witch of Pride?
No, that's the witch agreed. No, the eyebrow. Well, damn it, you're right. I can't say. She looks like.
I think all the witches look alike.
You think they all look alike?
I think if they're all the same.
No, in the last, so when he was talking to the witch agreed last time, right? Every time she mentioned one of the witches, I don't know if you noticed, they showed an outline of what that witch kind of looks like the shape outline. That's why I know that's the witch agreed.
Okay, I think you're probably right. The only thing that throws me off is they say that Amelia looks like the witch, which is silver hair.
Well, I think they all have white hair, but they all have like different I want to say body shape. Like if I'm going by what I saw when she was talking
silhouettes.
About it, thank you. That's what the silhouettes. Then it's not. Then
education came through.
Right.
Yeah.
The
Took me like 5
yeah.
minutes, but yeah.
Yeah, the silhouettes. If the silhouettes hold up to what they actually look like, then 100% that is the witch agreed. But we'll see. I also assume
especially with everything that happened.
Yeah. And where the trial is on her grave,
yeah.
I would have to assume that is her.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, man. When I tell people I'm Subaru, like, I didn't realize how much, like, I think everybody's a little bit Subaru. It's just different times in your life. Like, he went through that, like, in middle school. That didn't happen to me until, like, I was, like, 23. I was, like, 23 to, like, 27 for
Dang.
me. Like, that was,
which
like...
part? When you made the realization that...
Oh, I was trying to live up to something that I invented in my head that I was supposed to be.
This is one of those episodes where like, it's not like a lot of smoke, but a lot of self-perspective and a lot of appreciation that you could take from it. Like for me, what I picked up was, we kind of joked about it, like the main character is supposed to not have his parents or be great. And now we get the main character has both parents who are good parents.
Well-adjusted parents.
And he's still suffering, but that's still something that happens in real life. Yeah. When I used to mentor kids, people think that it's like the poor or the disenfranchised kids that only have the struggles, and this shows how it didn't happen necessarily with Subaru to the exact what I'm trying to say right now, but it shows how you can have two parents, right, and now you have potentially more resources to get in trouble, and now you can get into trouble that other kids couldn't do.
Right? Like, for instance, if you're like me, when I was 15, I didn't have a car. I couldn't get into no car accidents. I couldn't be across town in the dead of night. I couldn't be out in the middle of nowhere. But you know, if you got well-off parents and you driving, 2020, you got a lot of access to trouble.
Yeah. Your way of creating trouble is
way grander scale.
Yeah.
I didn't have one allowance. My allowance was $20. Your parents give you a card to their bank account. Like, our levels of trouble are different.
You can get a card.
I'm gonna go get Black Cat firecrackers and throw them in somebody's mailbox. You got a credit card.
Well, here.
You gonna go
So your kind of trouble was always following someone who would get you in trouble that had the resources that Subaru potentially had.
I would have been following.
Even his followers fell off, but you could see how hypothetically he could have been 16, got his own car, okay? I mean, yo guys, I got the car, come follow me, and then boom. Because remember, he was trying to do bad stuff to get people to follow him.
And you saw the kids were literally following him, and then they started falling off because they're like, nah, that's a path I'm not going down.
And he kept trying to, he said he kept trying to raise the stakes.
Raise the stakes, man.
He no longer was able to raise it.
No. Well, I don't know if he was no longer able to raise the stakes. The stakes might have gotten too high for some people. It's like, yo, you want to do that? Like, I can't follow you that far.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean,
or it gets old. It's like, okay, really, you're still. Like,
that's why I say he wasn't able to raise his kid, because like you think about, there's always something until he reached jail. Basically, there's always another level that he could have got that would have got someone. Example would having his own car. Like, oh, he has his own car. Yeah, well, that kid's annoying, but he has his own car. You know what I mean? No one wants to go to school on the bus. You can go in the car and kind of like.
Facts!
Yeah.
Facts!
And then start talking bad about him behind his back, because that's how people are. They're fake, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, yo, that is nice. And then they set the expectations from him as a young age. Apparently, first of all, you saw his dad is ripped.
Jacked.
We don't know much about his dad's history, but we can assume he's a respected man in society, in impeccable shape, also a handsome man. We could give him that as well, okay? Can we agree he's a handsome man? I think he's a handsome guy. He's a handsome guy.
Yes, he is.
Come on.
Yes,
Anyways,
he is.
I am comfortable enough with my whatever. So I don't know what words I'm able to say it, but anyways, yeah. So he's a handsome guy. Subaru has to live up to that. At a young age, they're like, yeah, you're his son or whatever, and his son, he started falling back behind the kids. So he probably wanted the same kind of praise, and he wasn't able to get it. So then he pivoted.
That's his pride. He lost pride. He wasn't excelling. You know, but the thing about pride is you can't just have pride. It needs to be fed. It has to be constantly praised and egoized and put on a pedestal. And that's why he's the Sin Archbishop of Pride. He was never doing anything out of anything but pride. He wanted the praise, the adoration. He wanted the lights on him. He's like, yeah, being good at sports and being good at school, you get some praise, but like I stopped being good at that, so I need to find new ways to get this praise. And it's by being a jokester, being a prankster, and then it elevated to just being a bad boy.
I gotta say though, I know this is just a vision kind of, but it's a vision based on reality. But I still have to call in question, this is not really even about the show. Well, it is about the show. I gotta call in question how you got two parents and you skipping like 3 months of school, right? Like, even though he has two parents.
No, listen, we're Caribbean. That's different, bro. Different. You can't, whatever you're about to say, you have to throw out the fact that we're Caribbean. We would never get away with that.
Yes, I'm saying.
No.
How you got,
no,
but that's,
listen, no.
But hear me out. That's also an example of how you can have two parents, but you still have some form of neglect.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I feel like
I had two parents and I had forms of neglect, abandonment, left alone. Like my parents had to do what they had to do to keep the bills and the things on. So,
but his mom,
as a consequence of that, I never saw them. But you have two parents in the house with you and still not have those basic needs met.
His needs were not, his psychological needs were not being met.
Not at all.
His physical needs, had a roof.
Everything was being met, but nobody was feeding the emotional side. And it's not even, it's
not because his parents are bad
people.
That's
what I was about to say. And it goes further to even show, it had nothing to do with the parents. That's what this really showed. It was all on Subaru.
But it started when he was a young age, though. So I still have to, if you have a kid, you should be able to pick up the signs of it from a young age and try to adjust. So yeah, he has responsibility, but the parents should be involved enough to be like, there's something going on.
But that's the thing, we've seen it because you know what we used to do. You can have those parents that are like, what is going on?
It's
like,
true.
How can we help you? Talk to us. Well, like whatever it is, like we don't care. Like just like we know you're like this and now you're like this. Like something happened in here. Like, what's up?
It's true.
And they don't talk. That's literally what this is showing. It's like, you remember when we talked earlier about maybe like at the end of season 1, I was like, season 1 was season 2 episode 1, Rem disappears. I'm like, that's a perfect example. You can do everything right and it still doesn't end right. Subaru is also the same case. Two parents, well involved. He has no reason not to.
They took him to activities.
They were involved in his activities. They went places with him. They took places. They make one-on-one time with him separately. Like,
well, we don't know if that was reality or not, but assuming it was reality, assuming that was a reflection of reality.
A reflection of reality in the way these interactions happen, it seemed normal. His dad's like, hey, one-on-one time. He's like, we haven't walked together in a while. Let's do that. And his mom's like,
you say you haven't walked together in a while.
Because Subaru pulled away. Before, it was normal stuff. A lot of stuff that's happened in the past, that was normal. But now they're like,
Subaru pulled away. Yeah.
Because when you're a kid, how are you supposed to explain to your parents that you don't feel good because nobody is giving you praise because you don't feel like you're good at anything? How are you seriously supposed to say that? I'm a grown adult and I still have trouble saying that.
Yeah, because it basically, look, I'm going to say it bluntly, but I don't mean it like what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
It just sounds lame to say, yeah, no one's giving me attention, so I feel bad for myself. But that feeling is still valid. It's valid to feel that way, but it's uncomfortable to say it that way, especially if you have some level of pride.
Yeah.
You know, to say to someone.
If you have a level of pride, you're not going to reach out for help. Like, there's people that are like, they will get evicted before they're like, nah, I'm gonna call services to see if somebody can help me. They're like, not a chance. I'm not reaching out. Or you can see somebody on the side and like, yo, you go to McDonald's, you got an extra burger, you're like, hey, yo, man, you want this? And like, what is that? McChicken? Man, get that out my face. Pride will make you do crazy things.
I think to really conclude it, there are some things that he said that now are more important to me. He said that he kept saying that he's been a nobody, the self-acknowledgement, etc., etc. He has two people that, you know, believe in him, and whether or not he deserves them, he's still gonna work for it. This is again more of acceptance.
This is the part that my therapist called positive talk. Yeah. You gotta take the down things you're saying and you gotta be like, listen, yeah, that's bad. Turn it and just talk it positive. Because the more you talk about negative, it's just gonna bear on you. You gotta talk about positive.
Yeah.
Yo.
But it's like, you know how sometimes I joke with you? Like, what did I say? Like, oh, I said like you have the dope lines. I don't have the dope lines. I know where my place is. My job is to keep you from going too far.
I say things like that all the time.
But hear me out. Because I'm a prideful person in general too, but where my self-acceptance comes in is, I'm not witty funny. You're witty funny. But it's okay to acknowledge that I'm not witty funny. I got other strengths to deal with that I got, okay? So when he's saying I forgot his exact things, but to say I haven't accomplished, that's okay. That doesn't mean you're less of a person.
Exactly.
So it's okay to acknowledge, like, yeah, that's not what I'm good at.
That's not me.
I got something else
that
I do.
I say it all the time, like, listen, I know my role, baby. Top support. Yo, if you ever see my streams, I say it all the time, like, I know I'm not the fragger. Top support NA, baby. I hold your breaches. I put holes in the wall so you can go kill people. I run in, start spraying to smoke them out. I know my role. And I'm not above. I am not above knowing my role. I know my role and I play it well. Once I find it, I'm like, that's what I'm gonna do.
So that's the lesson to take out of Subaru.
Yeah.
Know your role. And it's okay. So let me say
there's nothing wrong with being bad at something. When you're bad at something, you got two choices. You got three choices. Either you quit and you never try again, which I never suggest. You either work harder to see how far you get. Which he said
he's gonna do.
Yeah. You work harder to see how far you can get, or you just do your best and then let it be. Whatever. That's
I wanted to say, to piggyback on it, is we saw that, like, back to showing Subaru fighting the whale, and the next after that, his place was, I got this information. Y'all gotta fight.
Yeah, it's like, y'all do the fighting. I got the information. Top support NA. He was on pat, like.
And when the thing got close, Rem would jump up, get some defense to go back, and thanks, Rem. You're going this business.
Just the top bait, the best bait ever. A lot of times, people's unhappiness come from just not accepting.
Yeah.
Like, whether you gotta accept your role, accept your place, accept that somebody don't mess with you no more, accept whatever it is. A lot of times, the best thing you can do is like, all right, you know what? That's why when I say it is what it is, that's literally like,
it is what it is.
It is an acceptance mantra. It's like, listen, I understand that in this, there's nothing I can do in this moment. All I can do is learn from it, accept it. It is what it is.
All right, guys. Well, nice wholesome post-anime discussion.
The whole episode was sweet.
Yeah.
Man, Subaru got to hear a lot of things from his parents I know I'll never get to hear. And it's not because my parents aren't alive. It's just because we don't have those kind of conversations. Because
we Caribbean.
Yo.
Sometimes if you ever wonder, why the heck are they like that? Or like we don't cry when we're supposed to cry, little things like that. You gotta know how we were raised, man.
You don't even know. Like, my icebox didn't freeze for maybe like a year ago. Like, I ain't cry. Crying to me, if you ask
I can't even say some things because my parents, I don't want people coming after my parents.
Yo, come after my parents. Matter of fact, right now, I ain't fuck with my mama right now.
Yeah.
Yo, if you, before, I would argue before maybe like, what are we in, August? Before 6 months ago, you asked me last time I cried, I'd be like, cry? Like, what? Like, I've buried friends and I couldn't. No, that's a lie. I did cry.
Look, in my perspective,
like 8 years, like 7 or 8 years.
I won't throw a parent under the bus. So that's how I can protect them. You can't figure out which parent it was. But so in my situation, I would get beat to cry. Then after I started crying, that would get beat while you crying.
Yeah. Like what?
I'm confused. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, not even. The worst part was you'd catch hands for something, and then you find out why you caught hands, and it's like, what?
That's what it was.
Like that's what it was. I forgot one of the bathroom trashes, and it's trash day. I got whooped because I am 8, and I forgot one of the bathroom trashes, so I got whooped. Like when you look back on it, it's like, yo, fuck y'all.
Yo, last story on my part, because we could go back and forth with childhood stories.
I got one more. You go. I got
my last story was one of my parents asked me for water, and I only gave him a half a cup of water. That parent threw the water in my face and then proceeded to chase me and give me a whooping because I didn't fill the cup with water.
Oh, I heard that one. No, that takes the cake. What I'm about to say is whack.
Really? Oh, yes, I beat him
in 8th grade, I had a racist math teacher that absolutely hated me. And he made me sit in the back of the class knowing that I can't see in the back of class. I always sit in the front of class because I don't have glasses on.
Get to the back
but I was also disruptive. So it's like I need to see, but I like to talk. So he made me to the back. Yo, I got a C+ in algebra honors. My first C ever in school. My first C ever. Hold on.
Because you already know what I caught, didn't you?
It said.
You in honors classes?
Yo, listen.
He tries to play like we're on the. Yo, you up here, bro? I never had honors classes. This guy.
I gotta see it though, because I can't see.
This dude is Subaru.
Listen.
Oh my god.
Listen.
He's a great kid.
And I got whooped for the C, bro. 5 A's, 1 C. Got whooped.
Yeah, that's not worth a whooping. I don't know which is worth.
No, yours is way worse.
You have an honors C, which is really a B, and they whooped you for it.
Yeah, it was my first C ever in school, ever. 8th grade, last semester, my first C.
You were in honors classes?
No, that was my first and my last honors class. Cause that same year, one of my teachers, yo, shout out Miss Chandler, PCHS.
I remember Miss Chandler.
She told me.
I remember Miss Chandler.
Right? I got my report card, I got the C, and that was the last class of the day, and I started crying. And she was like, what's wrong? I'm like, I got a C, I can't go home. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, if I go home with this C, I'm gonna get beat. She's like, why? I'm like, I need straight A's so I go to college. She's like, oh honey, you don't need straight A's to go to college. She literally changed my life. At that moment,
I don't know if your parents would have liked that, but okay.
Yo, I'll never tell my parents. She told me that literally, Miss Chandler, you changed my life because that's how I became who I am today. Because back then,
you don't need straight A's. This is America.
It was literally, it was manga, it was basketball, and it was school. I say things wrong. Manga.
But I gotta say the manga because the comments are gonna come, so at least one of us says manga.
Manga.
Same face.
I say manga all the time. I say things that piss people off on the regular. Like when I play Rainbow, one of the operator name is Mastro. I call him Maestro. They're like, why are you calling him Maestro? I'm like, what's Maestro? What are you talking about? So. Anyways, yeah, she changed my whole life course because it was literally basketball, manga. It was basketball, manga. In school, I wasn't chasing no girls. I wasn't having no fun. My life was miserable. It was in a video game.
In honors classes, I remember this. I can't. Everything about your story.
Listen, after that,
genius.
As soon as I hit high school, though, I never took honors classes. I never took AP. Nothing.
Became sloth.
I didn't become sloth. I mean, I'm pretty successful anyways, but like, a little bit, yeah. I was like, oh, I don't need straight A's. Yo, book this stuff. Yo, what's right is, I still had A's, but I just stopped trying. I used to try to get A's, and then I stopped trying, and I still kept getting A's, so I was like, okay.
Now everything makes sense. We talk about your college stories.
Oh, yeah. In college, I did the same damn thing. Study? I got my degree, and I study maybe 5 hours a week.
Well, hey, let's jump into the next one, because we'll go on for like an hour and not hit re-zero. All right, so, hey, guys, if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and do so. Full reaction will be on our Patreon, the full reaction. Hit that bell for notifications. We post content daily. This is DirectoryNasty, honor student. His links will be below, in the description below. Go ahead and click follow him on YouTube. Yeah, you are honor student, bro. I can't look at you the same way. I always make fun of my public school education. You join on me.
We had the same public school education. I couldn't even say the evangelist.
I was the bottom of the public school. You was up here.
Don't forget to follow us on social media. Also check out YaBoyRockLee.com for merch.